So we've talked about some of the benefits and some of the kind of focus and areas of development around digital sovereignty. What are some of the barriers that you see to organisations actually achieving digital sovereignty? I think I'll start with you on that, Stuart. What are the real barriers to achieving sovereignty and potentially some of the risks associated with doing so?
Skills we've already talked about. Maturity, I'll separate from skills. Having an understanding of what your organisation is, how your information is organised, how it's classified, what controls each set of information is subject to, that's on your organisation to understand. You have to have that kind of baseline. I think there is a whole bunch of FUD out there about particularly security of public cloud. The simple reality is move to the cloud and defend alone. Just the sheer volume of intelligence that we have available as a hyperscale cloud provider is boring. Even for me, and I work in the organisation that has it, I'm still surprised at the level of depth and sophistication of the intelligence that we have available to protect our customers. I think the challenge that comes with that is, but Fred, to trust Fred, I'm getting over some of those emotional barriers about, I can see it, it's under my desk, on my floor plate. That's a real challenge for a lot of organisations to move forward. I think the other challenge is people believe you have to do all or nothing. And I don't think that's true. I think you can pick and choose components of workloads, or even workloads in Atomic, and just tell us, I'm just going to move that one, or I'm going to move this part of this workload. And making sure you understand that, I think, is actually quite interesting. So, easiest thing in the world, quote marks, easiest thing in the world. Dev test, move that to the cloud as a first instance experience. Get some experience in understanding how some of those processes will work for you. Exercise them. Look at skills gaps. Look at how to train people. I think there's an awful lot of sophistication that can be built up, but it assumes you're going to move to the cloud more gradually than move everything to the cloud today, or move everything to this provider or that provider, or keep everything under my desk on the floor plate. And again, I've seen critical infrastructure components that rely on Windows 98, and so
it's an excellent operator.
Brilliant in its decade, which was not, yes, indeed, century. But perhaps less ideal today to be running components that you might want to rely on for life and safety.
Trains.
And so I think there's a lot of things that can be done, but I think the idea of going big bang is probably the one that inhibits a lot of people. I think the other thing that, getting over oneself if one has an internet-connected device about what the real threats are of the world. Moving to the cloud has not increased your risk profile. It has probably reduced your risk profile. It's certainly increased your ability to get signal depending on the way you interact with your cloud provider. But if you've got an internet-connected device, you've already got most of the attack surface that an adversary needs to get access to your information and tooling.